Good evening, this is Michael Sussman joining you live from the Walker Convocation Center at West Virginia State for tonight's FCA Hoops Classic. It's time for Game 2, and we've got an absolute treat as Teays Valley Christian battles Poca tonight. This game featuring a highly anticipated clash between two Power 5 prospects as the reigning Gatorade State Player of the Year, Isaac Mcneely, suits up for the Polka Dots. Mcneely, a UVA commit, is coming off of a near triple-double performance in Wednesday's win over Hoover when he dropped 18 points, 9 boards, and 8 assists. Suiting up for Teays Valley Christian is WVU commit Josiah Davis, who leads the nation in assists with over 10 according to Max Preps. Both players have been in form of late. Certainly can't wait for that exciting battle tonight here at the Walker Convocation Center. Poca last year reached the state championship game, falling in a heartbreaker in that one to Williamstown. Teays Valley Christian comes in at 9-1 overall. The players on the floor now. As we get ready to tip things off, we'll head to a quick break. We're right back with the start of the first quarter. On Video Productions, you are watching the FCA Hoops Classic.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
And we are back at the Walker Convocation Center. It's time to toss the ball in the air as Poca battles Teays Valley Christian. It's Isaac Mcneely tipping off against Josiah Davis, the WVU commit. Toby Payne starts for Poca, as well as Jackson Tony, Ethan Maynard. And the tip-off is up in the air. It'll go to the Polka Dots as they walk the ball up the court. Send it near side corner over to Jackson Tony. He gives it back to Mcneely. Dump off inside to Toby Payne. Scoop shot in the lane, up and in. Toby Payne gets the scoring going. Payne signing with Marshall University to play football just yesterday. So a big day for him now, getting it done on the hardwood. It's Chris Lynn with it, top of the key. Dumps it out to Brown, a wing three strong. Brandon Brown starts for Teays Valley Christian tonight, the Tennessee Tech commit, averaging nearly 18 points per game. Well strong on that attempt. Jackson Tony inbounds the ball to Isaac Mcneely. Near side wing. Yo-yos it back to Mcneely. Pump fake. He'll try a 17-footer, this time strong. And Josiah Davis gets the board. Here comes Teays Valley Christian. Davis's pass is picked off. And the Polka Dots going coast to coast. Finger roll up and in. As the Polka Dots take a 4-0 lead. Careless pass there from Josiah Davis, an uncharacteristic mistake. Gives the Polka Dots the easy bucket as Campbell Meeks takes it coast to coast. Number 14, Campbell Meeks, showing some nice defense. Here's a corner three-point attempt, Deacon Miles long. And Josiah Davis will step on the line as he tries to corral that one. We'll go to our first little general replay. Great prices, convenient places. There's Meeks with the nice finger roll. Nobody home for Teays Valley Christian as they cough it up. A careless turnover. Teays Valley Christian, coached by head coach James Christian. Their one loss this season coming against Calvary Baptist. Here's Meeks trying to slice through the defense. Dumps it in, low post to Payne. Back out, wing three, Mcneely. This one rattles in and out. Davis gets the board, a whistle and a foul call. This one will go against Toby Payne as they get him for a grab on the box out. First foul of the ball game. So here's Teays Valley Christian walking it up the floor. Josiah Davis, the nation's leader in assists, over 10 per ball game. Looks to set up some action here. Right-handed drive, spin move, lefty. layups up and in. As Josiah Davis showcases his athleticism there, taking the contact and then spinning to the other side and finishing with his left hand. A tough finish there for the senior. Poca looking to set something up offensively. Meeks loses it, and it'll roll out of bounds. Possession error goes to the Dots. Here's Davis on the finish. Replay here brought to you by Wooten, Davis, Hustle, and Johnson, attorneys at law. Soft touch with the left hand. Chris Lynn now into the hands of Brandon Brown. Here's Brown, a long skip pass back to Davis. He'll try a three-pointer, got it. Josiah Davis gets the triple. And that's where really he's expanded his game as a senior. Coach Christian telling me earlier today that in the prior years, Davis could do a lot as a defender as well as a facilitator, but he's really added that outside jump shot to his game and taken things to the next level. Ethan Payne layup attempt is blocked, but they're going to get a goaltending call there that gives the Dots the deuce. A heads-up pass there from Meeks to Payne, and yeah, Brown just a little bit late. That one was in the cylinder. 6-5 lead Poca. 4:47 and winding. As Josiah Davis drives to his right, kicks it out. Chris Lynn into the corner now. A three from Richard Full is long. But Teays Valley Christian gets the board back to Full, and he's fouled on the drive. Richard Full will head to the charity strike with an opportunity to get his first points of the ball game. Richard Full, a 6'5" forward, averaging 14 points per game. He's strong on the first free throw attempt. He's got a vast offensive skill set. They're still trying to work out some kinks on the defensive end, Teays Valley is. But he's got a lot in the arsenal on this end. As Full drills the second half and ties things up at 6-6. There's Isaac Mcneely walking the ball up the floor. Into the corner out to Meeks, who dumps it off. Now top of the key. Toby Payne now into the hands of Mcneely. Guarded tightly by Brown. Skip pass into the corner. Now back out near side wing. Meeks surveys the floor. Yo-yos it over. And a dump off inside to Mcneely. He's got two. As Isaac Mcneely converts from point blank range. A nice look there on the pass by Jackson Toney, who drops the dime. Long three, no good, Davis. Here come the Dots. McNeely into the corner. Toney a three. Will rattle in and out. And the board goes back to Teays Valley Christian. Coach Christian signaling to slow it down. As Browner walks it up the floor. Brandon Browner, an over 1,000 point scorer at Teays Valley Christian. Somebody that's really helped elevate this program after the departure of Ryan Arrowwood, who is now the head coach at the University of Rio Grande. Really got this program up and going a few years ago. Now just 3 minutes left, first quarter. Here's Isaac McNeely on the drive, has his pass picked off. Josiah Davis tries to save it, but sends it long all the way into the seats. Looked like that one might have bounced off the front row. A little too much mustard on the save there from Davis, keeping some of the fans on their heels. We've got a little bit more of a packed house here at the Walker Convocation Center for our second game as McNeely drills the triple, and he's got five. Beautiful inbounds action there from Alan Osborne and the Polka Dots as McNeely flashes open, gets the catch and shoot triple. Davis now on the drive, spin move, left-handed floater, no, gets his own board, put back is blocked. Jackson Toney with the rejection, sends that one out of bounds. Teays Valley will inbound underneath their own hoop. Into the game now, Hunter Toney, as Ethan Maynor will check out for the Dots. We've got a timeout called on the floor. We'll head to a quick break. You're watching the FCA Hoops Classic on Video Productions.
LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks and even discounts on fuel. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
And we are back at West Virginia State. The Polka Dots lead at 11-6 over Teays Valley Christian in the first quarter. So far, our two headliners, Isaac Mcneely and Josiah Davis, the game's two leading scorers with 5 points each. Teays Valley Christian to inbound underneath their own basket. It's Brandon Browner looking to enter it in. He will. Gets it back. Corner three. Drills it. Brandon Browner gets the triple. Heads up pass there from Richard Full. As Browner flashed right into the corner after the inbounds pass. Nobody covered him. And Full did well to pick out the pass and set up the corner three. Here's Meeks with it going the other way. Into the corner, Tony. Back out to Jackson Tony. Now Meeks with it. Crossover dribble in the lane. Tries to fit a bounce pass through the teeth of the low block there to Mcneely, but it'll go out of bounds and stays with the Dots. Tony inbounds to Mcneely. Pump fake, wing three up. Off the side iron, no good. That one will go off the Dots and off the hands of Hunter Tony. Possession arrow back to Teays Valley Christian. Clean look there for Mcneely. As he got the ball coming off a screen on the wing through a nice pump fake. About as good a look as you can get, but not that time. Near side wing now, Davis dumps off a nice pass to Full, who tries a 17-footer, and it's short. Here come the Dots in transition. Jackson Tony backing down on the low block. Scoop shot up and in. As Jackson Tony with a strong bucket puts the Polka Dots ahead by 4. Score now 13-9 inside of a minute and a half first quarter. Josiah Davis shouting out instructions. Sends it to Lynn on the wing. Back to Brandon Brown. Here's Brown, a three-pointer, and that's long, no good. The Polka Dots content to slow things down and walk it up the floor. We're here at the FCA Hoops Classic, a huge high school event, as Tony tries a three, no good. But it's cool, we've got college scouts all in attendance tonight, several coaches from across the area, as Josiah Davis gets a left-handed layup up and in. And brings the deficit within 2. That's 7 points for Davis. Nice hop step through the lane there, a left-handed finish. He's just got such a thick, long, athletic build. And when Davis gets ahead of steam, he's hard to stop. Dump off to Payne in the lane, and he'll get 2. Here comes Brown, runner. Off the back iron, no good. And the possession arrow will stay with the Dots. We'll head to a replay brought to you by Little General. Great prices, convenient places. You see the bucket there from Jackson Tony. Teays Valley Christian enter the ball near side corner to Davis. Lynn now with it, being guarded tightly by Tony. And Jackson Tony causes a tie-up jump ball call. Possession arrow to stay with Teays Valley, just 21.9 remaining. We expect them to hold for the last shot as Malachi Woodard enters the game for the Dots. Davis will slow the tempo. 11 seconds, now 10 seconds. He's got to go soon. 8, 7, 6. Here comes Davis over to Lynn, who will try a three, no good. 2 seconds, 1. We've got a jump ball call with 0.1 second remaining. I think we can go ahead and effectively take it to the second quarter. The Dots will inbound here. I guess maybe if it hits off somebody's head and bounces in, it could count. No good. And that'll wrap up the first quarter of 15-11. The advantage for the Polka Dots. It's been a good one so far here at the Walker Convocation Center. Back with more from the FCA Hoops Classic on Video Productions.
Hey, my name is Joseph, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A nuggets is they're so good every single time. You bite into that nugget, and it's just so crispy, but somehow juicy, that perfect balance. And then if you just grab a couple sauces, you're going to be in heaven.
Hey, I'm Chambray, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese is how rich and cheesy it is. I just scoop the crispy top, and it's so good. It's so homey. It's like, wow, thank you. I needed that.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
And we are back live at West Virginia State, the second game of our triple header tonight in the FCA Hoops Classic. The Polka Dots leading at 15-11 over Teays Valley Christian. The leading scorer to this point, Josiah Davis with 7. Isaac McNeely has 5. Here's Davis into the corner. Brown, a three-point attempt, in and out. Brandon Brown yet to find the touch so far in this one. Here's Isaac McNeely, the Virginia commit. Dumps it low post to Payne. Turnaround, no good. Rebound back to Teays Valley. A long pass is tipped out of bounds off the hands of Hunter Toney. And the possession arrow to stay with Teays Valley there. Jackson Toney had a great first quarter for the Dots. Just 2 points, but 2 assists to go with it, as well as a really nice block there down the stretch of the first quarter. Absolutely sent one flying into the wall behind the basket. Here's Richard Full with it in the corner. Now Josiah Davis stops and pops from 18 feet. He's got 2. Josiah Davis connecting from some pretty good distance there at the top of the key, just inside the three-point line. And he's got 9. Jackson Toney yo-yos it over to Isaac McNeely, who takes it all the way to the cup on the drive. He's got 2. Strong finish, Isaac McNeely. There's Davis, picks up his dribble, cross-court pass over to Full, who drills a three-pointer. Richard Full, good from distance there. Heads-up pass from Davis, and able to catch him out of his periphery and send it all the way cross-court. Jackson Toney sends it top of the key, now McNeely, far side wing. McNeely tries a straightaway 3 short. And it'll bounce back to Teays Valley Christian as that heads over towards the bench. And Coach Christian's going to make a quick substitution and take out. Actually, he'll leave Brandon Brown in the game. Thought about it, but keeps the senior in the contest. Josiah Davis shouting out instructions. Spin move baseline, now takes it in front of the basket. He'll kick it out to Deacon Miles, who's long on the three-point attempt. And here come the Dots inside of 6 minutes now, second quarter. Isaac McNeely sends it top of the key to Hunter Toney. Now to Jackson, who sets Malachi Woodard in the game as well for the Dots. Tight defense here by Lynn. Into the low block now. Payne, a hook shot's rejected. The defense there from double zeros. Richard Full. And we've got a foul call. Looked like Full got a lot of ball there, but they're going to get him for a bump. Instead they caught Payne on the body. So Toby Payne heads to the charity strike. Still searching for his first points of the ball game. Payne coming off a nice performance against Hoover the other night. Had 12.6 boards in that one. First free throw attempt is up and strong. As we mentioned at the outset of the broadcast, Payne is an excellent football player at Poca, as well signed his national letter of intent to play for the Marshall Thundering Herd just yesterday. So I'm sure it's been a whirlwind week for him as he can't connect the second one. And Josiah Davis will slow the tempo and try to go baseline, a bump and a foul call against Malachi Woodard. And just the second team foul of the half against Poca. Still with a few left to give. But Coach Christian just ranted and raved about Josiah Davis. When I talked to him earlier today, says that he's the type of senior leader that mentors a lot of the younger guys, leads by example. And to go along with that, he's probably the most athletic player in the entire state of West Virginia. Bob Huggins is set to get a good one, but he's got some work left to do here tonight. And he'll send it into the wing. And 3-point attempts in and out for full. And it goes back to the dots as Isaac Mcneely slows the tempo. Mcneely with 7 so far in this one, averaged 22 points a game last season. Tony now to Payne. Into the near side corner, McNeely guarded tightly by Brandon Brown. And a whistle and a foul call against Poca, a moving screen against Toby Payne. So that'll give it back to the Lions with 4:54 left in the second quarter, just a 1-point ball game. You can feel the energy starting to pick up here in the Doris and Walter Johnson Arena. Here's Brown working on McNeely, splits the trap in the lane. Whistle and a foul call. It's going to go against Brown as he's called for the charge. That's Jackson Toney stepping in front of that one as we go to the replay brought to you by Wooten, Davis, Hustle, and Johnson. Great defensive positioning underneath the bucket there. That's a tough play, offensively flying through the air, trying to get yourself under control. At a lot of levels, that would be considered the restricted section, like in the NBA, but in high school, you just got to set your feet and be there. Corner three, Toney's good. Jackson Toney drills the triple, and he's got 5. Toney doing it on both ends of the floor, taking the charge, and then drilling a three-pointer on the other end. They're going to say that Josiah Davis stepped out of bounds. And we'll go to another replay here. Jackson Toney, the corner three, on a beautiful dish. Here's McNeely, sends it far side wing, Hunter Toney. Guarded tightly by Full. Jackson now with it again, being guarded by Josiah Davis. Enters it into McNeely, elbow jumper up and good. Isaac McNeely with a beautiful turnaround there. Player with his stroke, that's almost automatic. Teays Valley Christian defense forgetting where the Gatorade State Player of the Year was. And McNeely takes advantage. There's a three-pointer. Davis no good. And the Dots control the board now with a 6-point advantage. McNeely tries to rifle in a pass to Woodard, but Full steps in front of it. And the Lions moving quickly the other way. Long pass in and out of the hands of Lynn. Lynn was open there. Davis with a beautiful give, but Lynn can't control it. That one came out hot. A lot of mustard on the dish there. Got a whistle and a timeout call. Looks like a full timeout. We'll head to a quick break. You're watching the FCA Hoops Classic on Video Productions.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
This one's for every sports fan who just spent the entire game explaining to someone the entire game. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
And we are back live from West Virginia State's second game of the FCA Hoops Classic. The Polka Dots lead at 22-16 over Teays Valley Christian. 3:16 left in the second quarter. On the floor right now for the Dots, Campbell Meeks, Hunter Toney, as well as Malachi Woodard, Isaac McNeely, and Jackson Toney. Also in now for Teays Valley Christian is number 11, who enters the contest. That looks like Wade Browder. So here's Campbell Meeks with it, being guarded by Josiah Davis. Near side wing now, Jackson Toney. Defense here from Fulk. McNeely on the drive, turns the corner, left-handed finger rolling, he's got it. Isaac McNeely exploding off the dribble. If you give him any daylight in that zone defense, he'll take it all the way to the rack. Three-pointer up and good. And Teays Valley Christian cuts the deficit to just 5. 2:20 and moving. Far side corner, Meeks. Here's a Jackson Toney 16-footer. And it's strong, no good. And a bounce off the hands of Josiah Davis. And that one to stay with the Polka Dots. That was Makey Carey on the three-pointer there for Teays Valley, number 11. He guards the ball now. Quick contribution off the bench for Carey. It's hard to come out cold and drill a three-pointer right off the bat, but that's what he did there. Here's McNeely, a triple off the strong iron, no good. Teays Valley Christian now with it in transition. Davis and alley-oop to Brandon Brown, who flushes it home. The deficit now just 3. How about the give there from Josiah Davis, the nation's leading assist man, giving it to Brown, who had no problem elevating and slamming it for the deuce. Here's Toney, a 3, and he's got it. Jackson Toney quickly the other way with the answer. Now Teays Valley pushing the tempo as they trail it by 6 once again. Brown to Davis, who crosses over, loses it for a second, back to Brown. Three-pointer in the air, no good. Hunter Toney with it briefly, it's out of his hands, but back to Poca as Brown steps on the line. We'll head to a replay brought to you by Little General. Great prices, convenient places. What a give there by Davis in transition. Knew where Brown was going to be. And the senior, the Tennessee Tech commit, elevated and slammed it home. These two have a great rapport by this point in their careers. Both seniors, both headed to play Division I basketball. Step back jump shots blocked by Full. And here come the Lions now inside of a minute and moving. Carey step back 3 in the air, no. Strong off the back iron. Woodard gets the board. McNeely now to slow with 45 seconds left in the second quarter. The legendary head coach Alan Osborne looks on. Brandon Brown guarding the ball closely. Jackson Toney now with the top of the key. Now inside of 25 seconds. Full comes out to pressure the ball. Now Campbell Meeks being guarded by Carey. They'll send it into the wing. Back now top of the key, Toney, 13 seconds left. As their playmaker Isaac McNeely gets the ball back, 7 and winding, 6, now 5. McNeely has it poked away, pull-up jumper, up and good! And 1. A foul call against Teays Valley Christian. Sends Isaac McNeely to the charity strike to try to complete the old-fashioned three-point play. What a beautiful crossover move. And a step back jumper there for McNeely, who's got 13 first half points now. Living up to the billing tonight. McNeely set to head off to the University of Virginia next season. A desperation heave in the air, no good. And that will bring an end to a high-flying first half. The Polka Dots lead at 29-21 over Teays Valley Christian. We're back with some brief halftime coverage shortly from the Walker Convocation Center. You're watching the FCA Hoops Classic on Video Productions.
Beckley Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia high school athletics and our area student athletes. Beckley Auto Mall, with 3 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, 199 Rogers Street, Princeton, and 368 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
Hi, I'm Michaela, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Peppermint Chip Milkshake is that first sip when you taste the peppermint chip pieces. It's like catching snowflakes on your tongue, and it just feels like the holiday season has begun.
Hey, my name is Chandler, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Peppermint Chip Milkshake is the little pieces of the peppermint that you get. It tastes like it's just the top of the line peppermint. For me, no milkshake is topping the Peppermint Chip Milkshake.
As a former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. Gross. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
Little General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way,
tell them Hug sent you.
That's right. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
This one's for every sports fan who just spent the entire game explaining to someone the entire game. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
At Pioneer Community Bank,
And this is Michael Sussman here live from the Walker Convocation Center at West Virginia State University. We're at halftime of our second game. The Polka Dots lead at 29-21 over Teays Valley Christian. Just a quick rundown of the scoring from our first half. Isaac Mcneely, the reigning Gatorade State Player of the Year, is off to a hot start. He's got 13 points on 6 of 11 shooting from the field. Mcneely able to convert the three-point play towards the end of that first half there, drilling a pull-up jumper. He started to get loose in that second quarter, able to slash through that Teays Valley Christian zone. Also having a nice first half was Jackson Toney. He's got 8 points as well as 3 assists and 1 block, getting it done on both sides of the floor. Leading Teays Valley Christian in scoring is Josiah Davis, the WVU commit. He's got 9 points as well as 3 assists. Brandon Brown has 5, and Richard Fu has 4 for the Lions. If you're Teays Valley Christian and head coach James Christian, I think a big focus in the second half is going to be trying to get Brandon Brown going. An over 1,000-point per game scorer, averaging 18 per contest. This year he had just 5 in that first half. Normally he's a pretty hot three-point shooter, but went just 1 of 4 in the early going. And if you're Poca, you've got to keep your feet on the gas pedal, continue to move the ball on the offensive end, and create scoring opportunities for Mcneely as well as Tony. And then Toby Payne down low just has such a size advantage against Teays Valley Christian. They really don't have anybody that can match up with him on the low block. So look for the Dots to try to get Payne involved in that in the second half. We've got about 4 minutes left till the third quarter. Once again, the score right now, Poca 29, Teays Valley Christian 21. We'll head to a quick break before we get our third quarter underway.
Beckley Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia High School athletics and our area student athletes. Beckley Auto Mall, with 3 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, 199 Rogers Street, Princeton, and 368 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
Hi, I'm Michaela, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A peppermint chip milkshake is that first sip when you taste the peppermint chip pieces. It's like catching snowflakes on your tongue, and it just feels like the holiday season has begun.
Hey, my name is Chandler, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A peppermint chip milkshake is the little pieces of the peppermint that you get. It tastes like it's just the top of the line peppermint. For me, no milkshake is topping the peppermint chip milkshake.
As a former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. Gross. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
Little General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way,
tell them Hug sent you.
That's right. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
This one's for every sports fan who just spent the entire game explaining to someone the entire game. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
At Pioneer Community Bank, your banking needs are our priority. Looking to buy a home, a vehicle, or just need a personal loan for that special project? Our loan professionals are here for you. We also offer all business banking products, which allows us to serve all your financial needs. Set up your online banking at pioneercommunitybank.com and download the mobile app for your convenience and ask about our personal and business products today. Pioneer Community Bank, investing in Southern West Virginia since 1931. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And we are back live from the Walker Convocation Center at West Virginia State University, broadcasting tonight's FCA Hoops Classic. Right now the Polka Dots lead at 29-21 over Teays Valley Christian. Isaac Mcneely leading all scorers with 13 points at the half for Poca. Got a lot of great games today. A quick rundown of the earlier contest. Parkersburg South took down Charleston Catholic 58-42 behind a 16-point performance from Ashton Mooney, as well as Brady McMullen, who poured in 16 points as well for the Patriots. Charleston Catholic scoring just 42 in that one. Had a great outing from John McComas, who poured in 23 points. Players back out on the floor now. We're just about ready to get the third quarter underway. Actually might be a brief delay as the officials put 5 minutes back on the halftime clock, so we're actually going to keep it right here for just a little bit longer. Once again, Poca leading it 29-21. They were able to outscore the Lions 14-10 in that second quarter behind a couple big jump shots from Isaac Mcneely, as well as a three-pointer from Jackson Toney, who's got 8 points, 3 assists. We're going to go to one more break. This time we will be back with the third quarter on Video Productions.
Beckley Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia high school athletics and our area student athletes. Beckley Auto Mall, with 3 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, 199 Rogers Street, Princeton, and 368 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
Hi, I'm Michaela, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A peppermint chip milkshake is that first sip when you taste the peppermint chip pieces. It's like catching snowflakes on your tongue, and it just feels like the holiday season has begun.
Hey, my name is Chandler, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A peppermint chip milkshake is the little pieces of the peppermint that you get. It tastes like it's just the top of the line peppermint. For me, no milkshake is topping the peppermint chip milkshake.
As a former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. Gross. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
Little General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way,
tell them Hug sent you.
That's right. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
This one's for every sports fan who just spent the entire game explaining to someone the entire game. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
At Pioneer Community Bank, your bank.
And we are back on the floor at West Virginia State University, ready to get The third quarter underway here at the FCA Hoops Classic. The Polka Dots leading at 29-21 over Teays Valley Christian. Isaac McNeely, the University of Virginia commit, to inbound right in front of our scores table. He's got 13 points so far tonight. On the floor right now for Poca, Mcneely, as well as Meeks, Malachi Woodard, Jackson Toney, and Toby Payne. Inbounds pass entered to Jackson Toney, top of the key, guarded by Deacon Miles. Deacon Miles, described by Coach Christian as the Dennis Rodman of the team, somebody that does everything other than score. Here's Meeks with it in the corner, guarded tightly by Lynn, dumps it off to Toney. Once again, Miles with the defense, near side wing. Now Isaac McNeely on the drive, right-handed scoop, layup no good. And here comes Teays Valley Christian. A long pass ahead is picked off by Meeks. Here's McNeely now in transition, driving through the contact. They're going to get him for a travel call as Deacon Miles is able to get in front of him and slow down the progress. McNeely thought he was bumped, didn't like the call, but it'll go back to Teays Valley Christian. Into the corner, full. Now back to Josiah Davis. Malachi Woodard with the defense. Into the corner. Josiah Davis will try a three-pointer and swishes it. Josiah Davis hits that one in Woodard's eye and brings the deficit to 5. A lot of confidence there from the senior. Not shy to pull up from downtown. Davis averaging 15 points per game this season. Has a good skill set driving to the rim, but has really added that jump shot. Should be a nice asset in the Big 12 next season. Here's Meeks with it, being guarded by Chris Lynn. Now to Jackson Toney, back to Meeks. He'll try a corner three. It's short, no good. Josiah Davis drops out of the ceiling to grab the board. Ahead to Brown, who slams it home. Josiah Davis drops the dime in transition, and for the second time tonight, it's a two-hand slam for Brandon Brown, who's now got 7. 29-26 now the advantage for the Polka Dots. Here's McNeely on a catch-and-shoot three-pointer, strong, no good. A whistle and a loose ball foul call there against Malachi Woodard as he fights for the board with Lynn, and that'll give it back to the Lions. Great start to the half for Coach Christian there as he gets a deep three-pointer from Davis. And then a two-handed flush in transition from the Tennessee Tech commit, Brandon Brown. Inside of 6 minutes, 5:50 and moving, third quarter. Here's a three-pointer. Brown off the side of the backboard, misses badly. Davis gets his own board, dumps it off underneath to Full, who gets 2. A pair of assists there for Josiah Davis, the nation's leader in assists, averaging double-digit dimes per game. He's just got such great court vision. Never puts his head down, even on the drive. Here's McNeely dumping it off to Woodard. Back to Isaac McNeely. Wide open three. He's got it. Isaac McNeely left all alone as he gets the beautiful dish there. Catches and shoots. 16 points now for McNeely. 32-28. Poca. Davis will try another three, not this time. And the rebound goes to Meeks. He'll cross the timeline, now inside of 5 minutes. Pass underneath to Payne. Point blank shot up and in. Toby Payne gets the deuce. He's now on the board. First points of the contest. Or 8 points, I should say, for Toby Payne. Correction. Here come the Dots. McNeely being guarded by Full. There's a wing three, Meeks, and it's no good. Rebound goes to Deacon Miles. Davis long pass all the way ahead to Lynn. In the short corner now being guarded by Payne. We've got a tie-up and a travel call as the Polka Dots get the turnover. There was a fight on the floor there between Toby Payne and Chris Lynn. But they'll whistle Lynn for the travel, falling to the ground. Now 4 minutes left in the third. This quarter moving quickly, haven't had too many stoppages. Here's Mcneely on the drive. Scoop layup, no, but the follow's good. And Isaac Mcneely gets 2, now 18 points on the game for the senior. 36-28, the lead for Poca. Brandon Brown looks to drive on Mcneely, but he's going to pick up his pivot foot and travel as he's got nowhere to go. Miscommunication there coming off the screen. And Coach James Christian will whistle for a full timeout. We'll head to a break. 36-28, Poca leads it. You're watching the FCA Classic on Video Productions.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
As a former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. Gross. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today.
And we are back at the FCA Hoops Classic. Poca leading at 36-28 over Teays Valley Christian. Isaac Mcneely with 18 points tonight. He'll get the ball here from Campbell Meeks, being guarded by Brandon Brown. Crossover dribble. Here's Mcneely on the drive. Left-handed finger rolls good. Mcneely's got 20, a long pass all the way ahead to Brown. He'll lose it on the shot attempt. Rebound, Deacon Miles. It's poked away by Payne, and it'll stay with Teays Valley Christian. And Isaac Mcneely turns the corner. He just gets so much speed going to the bucket that time, crossing over into his left hand and then taking it right in front of the bucket and just showing such a soft touch on the smooth finger roll. There's far side corner now. Davis dumps it underneath to Carey, who's fouled on the shot attempt. Nice find there by Davis. Had nowhere to go, but was able to dump it off to number 11, Molly Carey, who will head to the line now. Carey with 3 points tonight. First free throw attempt is up off the strong iron, no good. So the Dots now with a double-digit 10-point lead as Hunter Toney checks into the game, and Campbell Meeks will take a seat. Second free throw's up and in. 38-29 now the score. Mcneely to walk the ball up the floor. Isaac Mcneely, one of the best prospects in the nation, once out-battled LeBron's son Bronny James in an AAU event. Kick out to Payne, back into the corner. Jackson Toney. It's poked away by Full. And the officials will say it bounced off Jackson Toney, and the Lions able to steal a possession there. But Mcneely and James once squared off in an AAU event. Mcneely playing for Wildcat Select, and he had 24 points compared to Bronny's 16, and Mcneely's team won the game. Here's Full all the way to the rack. He's fouled going up strong, and he'll head to the line. Looks like they're going to get number 23, Jackson Toney, there on the foul call, his second of the ball game. The fourth team foul against the Dots. First free throw's up and in for Richard Full. Full averaging 14 a game this year. His length just makes him such a matchup nightmare for opposing teams. Second free throw is up and good. And that'll cut the score to 38-31. As Richard Fu gets the second free throw. We're now inside 2.5 minutes left, third quarter. There's Hunter Toney with it, being guarded tightly by Carey. Now to Jackson Toney on the wing. Back to Hunter. Crossover dribble. Deacon Miles applying the pressure as Toney surveys the floor. Here's the high-profile matchup. Davis on Mcneely. Back to Toney on the wing. Back into the hands of Mcneely, inside 2 minutes now. Behind the back, crossover dribble into the lane, scoop shot up and in. Isaac Mcneely wins the one-on-one battle there, gets past Davis, and slashes through the rest of the D. Second time tonight we see him go to that lefty finger roll. Now Carey with it, out to Davis. He's going to lower his shoulder, send it back out to Carey for a triple, not this time. And the board goes to Payne. A minute and a half left now in the third, as Isaac Mcneely will walk the ball up the floor, being guarded by Josiah Davis. Mcneely with 22 in the ball game. Has a mismatch here if he wants to take it. They'll switch Davis back on him. It's poked away this time. Josiah Davis picks his pocket going the other way. Foul call, up and in, and one. Josiah Davis with a chance to convert the old-fashioned three-point play. Mcneely was starting to get the better of him, but Davis able to win that one-on-one battle, pokes it loose, as you'll see him go coast to coast there, through the contact and the finish. That was your Little General replay. Great prices, convenient places, Little General. Here's Josiah Davis, first free throw short, and Malachi Woodard, who enters the game for Poca, gets the board. Also in now, number 42, Ethan Maynor. Inside of a minute now as Jackson Toney crosses the timeline, whips a bounce pass over to Mcneely, guarded by Brown, back to Toney. He thinks about driving. Toney, kind of the floor general for this Poca team, finds Mcneely, stop, pop, jumper, good. Isaac Mcneely gets another deuce, now 24 points. That's another time we saw the Dots run this play. You see Mcneely here trying to get open, cutting off the screen, catches it at the elbow, ready to pick and pop. And drills that one. That was your replay. Brought to you by Wooten, Davis, Hustle, and Johnson. Head coach Alan Osborne manning the sideline for the Dots. Known for running such great offensive sets situationally in the game. And when you've got such a smart player like Jackson Toney, it makes it a lot easier to free up the rest of your weapons to make plays. 20 seconds and moving now in the third quarter. As Campbell Meeks tries to set up some action, gets it over to Mcneely, back to Meeks, now 10 seconds and moving. Josiah Davis guarding the ball tightly. Mcneely in the lane, left-handed layup, this time strong. It's slapped away, back to Teays Valley Christian. Buzzer sounds, and the third quarter ends. The Poca Dots grab a 9-point lead as we head into the fourth. It's all Isaac Mcneely tonight, as the seniors got 24. Back with the fourth when we return on Video Productions.
LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. And by the way, tell them.
And we are back from West Virginia State at the FCA Hoops Classic. The Poca Dots leading at 42-33 over Teays Valley Christian as we head into the fourth quarter. University of Virginia commit Isaac Mcneely has 24 points tonight on 11 of 20 shooting from the field. And Teays Valley just simply can't stop him on the drive. Mcneely, such a long athletic player, stands at about 6'5" with that quick burst. And whenever he gets a head of steam in the lane, it's just a tough ask for the defense. Josiah Davis having a nice game as well for Teays Valley. He's got 14 points, 4 assists. Working now against Toby Payne. Josiah Davis loses it on the drive, now rolling around on the floor. And it'll go back to the Dots. As Coach Osborne to defense shifts well against the drive and gets the possession arrow back. Here's Campbell Meeks with it, being guarded by Deacon Miles. Near side wing. Now to Mcneely. Yo-yos it over to Miles. Teays Valley Christian in a man-to-man here. Tony guarded by Carey. Into the wing to Meeks. Thought about a three. Drives now. Cut off in the lane by Richard Fu, who goes for the steal. Mcneely now with it. He'll drive baseline. Send it into the corner. Here's a Jackson Tony three short. Rebound falls right to Mcneely. And he'll intelligently reset it. Looks like we've got an injury under the basket. As the referee blows the whistle momentarily. Deacon Miles was down for a second, but he'll shake it off. It looks like he's all right. James Christian goes ahead and gets him a quick blow. As they'll sub Chris Lynn back into the game. Mcneely to inbound next to the dot bench. Enters it into Jackson Tony. Also in the game now for the Dots, Ethan Maynor. Davis with some tight defense on the All-Stater. Here's Meeks working on Lynn. Over to Tony. And Alan Osborne is going to whistle for a quick timeout. Looks like he'll take a full here. We'll go ahead and head to a break. You're watching the FCA Hoops Classic on Video Productions.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
This one's for every sports fan who just spent the entire game explaining to someone the entire game. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
And we are back live at the FCA Hoops Classic. Michael Sussman here on hand for tonight's game between the Polka Dots and Teays Valley Christian. Poca leading at 42-33 with 6:40 left in the fourth quarter. Coach Alan Osborne didn't like his team's offensive organization coming out in the fourth, so whistled for the quick timeout as the Dots try to get things organized. It's Kimball Meeks with the ball now being guarded by Chris Lynn. Lynn whips it over to Mcneely, who dumps it off to Payne. Strong on a layup attempt, gets his own board, but passes it right to Brandon Brown, who heads the other way in transition. Loses it for a sec, shot up, but the rebound goes to Davis, who gets the follow and one call. And Josiah Davis will head to the free throw line. Brown with an out-of-control attempt there, but Davis runs the floor and gets the putback. That's your Little General replay. Great prices, convenient places, Little General. Josiah Davis with 16 points tonight. Misses the free throw there and then commits a little bit of a reckless foul against Mcneely. Then the third team foul, or just the first team foul, I should say, against Teays Valley Christian. And just the first on Davis. Polka Dots inbound it to Meeks. Meeks being guarded tightly by Lynn. And they'll get Chris Lynn for a bump there. And the second foul against Teays Valley, the first on Chris Lynn. Lynn, described by Coach Christian as the team's road runner. Applies a lot of defensive pressure, but also gives a lot on the offensive end, averaging 14 points per game this season. Mcneely whips it over to Jackson Tony, back to Isaac into the post now. A scoop shot up, and it's swatted away by Brown, but they're going to say that it was a goaltend as that one had reached the top of the arc and was descending into the cylinder. That's number 42, Ethan Maynor, credited for the 2 points there. And Brandon Brown's got some hops. He can jump absolutely out of the gym. A little overzealous on that attempt, however. Davis picks up the rock, sends it cross court to Carey. Back to Davis, guarded by Meeks. Thought about a shot, now passes it off to Brown. Here's a Davis stop pop three. That's no good. But Fu gets the board. Over now to Carey. Back out to Fu. A three-point attempt up short. Brown gets the offensive rebound. Put back attempt up and in. Brandon Brown, nice pursuit on the missed three-pointer. Gets the strong take baseline. And Mcneely is fouled by Josiah Davis. About 70-80 feet from the rim. We'll head to our replay, brought to you by Wooten, Davis, Hustle, and Johnson, attorneys at law. Brown going up strong there with the left. As Teays Valley Christian benefits from the second chance opportunity. And Mcneely is bumped once again by Davis, trying to cross the timeline. That's the fourth foul, I should say, of the period against Teays Valley. Coach Christian doesn't have an issue with it. Last thing he wants is to see Mcneely going fast up the floor coast to coast with the fouls to give in the fourth quarter situation. Might as well spend them all. Poca can hold the ball for as long as they want to here in the fourth. A cross-court pass is picked off by Davis. Here he goes in transition, dishes it off to Brown. Back to Davis, up and in. Josiah Davis now with 18 points as Teays Valley runs the fast break beautifully there. You can see the chemistry between the two seniors. Seniors scoring on the break. Teays Valley now trails by just 5 inside of 5 minutes. As Coach Alan Osborne shouts out instructions. A pass is stolen away by Brown. Here comes Davis once again in transition. Knocks over Meeks, but gets the two. No foul call. Campbell Meeks asking for a charge. A lot of contact, but Davis steamrolled right through it and gets the deuce. He's got an even 20. Josiah Davis guarding Isaac Mcneely in this Power 5 prospect showdown. They've combined for 44 of the 85 points in tonight's ball game. There's Campbell Meeks being guarded by Chris Lynn. Into the corner, Mcneely, a three-pointer's up, no good, but a foul call on the shot attempt, and Mcneely will head to the line to shoot three. Brandon Brown out of control defensively there. Nice rotation, but just too much contact. Got him on the lower body as Brown's legs went flying in there. And Mcneely's fouled. Cardinal sin, fouling a jump shooter. That's the third foul against Brandon Brown. There's Mcneely to the line to shoot three. He'll drill the first. The senior now with 25 points in the ball game. And the second one is up and in. Smooth as butter, like clockwork for Mcneely, who's got such a beautiful jumper. Goes straight up and down the elevator and is just always so under control. Last game, Mcneely almost had a triple-double, 18 points, 9 boards, 8 assists in that win over Hoover. And he's back to it, filling it up on the offensive end now, 27 points after he drills all 3 free throws. Brandon Brown dumps it off to Josiah Davis. We're inside of 4 minutes now, fourth quarter. Davis left-handed layup, and he converts. And a quick spin move there from Davis as he gets the left-handed shot attempt up and in. A scramble here goes to Teays Valley Christian. Long pass to Carey, no good from the block. Put back, no. Josiah Davis gets the board. He'll go up strong, no good. And a charge call as Jackson Toney takes the contact. Josiah Davis can't believe it. You see Davis here get the offensive rebound, lower the shoulder, and try to go up strong. But Toney is fearless in there as he absorbs the hit. We'll stay here through the timeout. Looked like Teays Valley Christian there taking a 30-second as they trail Poca 47-43. What a second half it's been here with Teays Valley Christian outscoring Poca 10-5 in this fourth quarter. But the matchup that we were all talking about going into the night was the Virginia commit Isaac Mcneely going head-to-head with the WVU signee Josiah Davis. Both of these guys look to possess Power 5 capabilities here in the Walker Convocation Center tonight. It's almost a state tournament reminiscent atmosphere here as both fan bases have quite a few fans filling up each section. Poca probably with a few more. There's certainly a lot of red in the building as the defending state runners-up try to pick up a big victory early on in the season. The Dots fell to Williamstown in the title game by 3 a year ago. You know that's been fueling their fire as an upperclassman-laden team tries to get right back to Charleston. And they've got it now with 3 minutes left in the fourth. Here's Jackson Toney, a steady hand now with the ball guarded by Carey. It's Jackson Toney, Hunter Toney, Malachi Woodard, Isaac McNeely, and Toby Payne out there now for Poca. As that pass is picked off in the game for Teays Valley is Josiah Davis, Chris Lynn, as well as Richard Fu, Brandon Brown, and Mally Carey. Inside 3 minutes, 47-43, the advantage for Poca. If they so desire, they could hold the ball the rest of the way. You sometimes see that in high school basketball. I don't think any of the fans would want a game to end that way after so much exciting action. But the Dots can take their time. Send it near side wing. McNeely being guarded tightly by Josiah Davis. Toney now with it. Jackson Toney on the drive. Brown grabs him. Brandon Brown, a reach-in foul there. And we'll head to the 1-and-1. That's the 7th team foul against Teays Valley. And the 4th against the senior Brown. Brandon Brown came in averaging 18 a game. He's got just 9 tonight. Jackson Toney puts up the front end of the 1-and-1. He's drilled it. Toney now with 9 points tonight. Has a chance to reach double figures here and swishes the second end of the 1-and-1. 10 now for Toney to go along with 4 assists, a steal and a block. Brown picks it up, hands it off to Davis. 2:20 and winding now, fourth quarter. As Davis shouts out instructions. He's almost a coach on the floor. Here's a long three-point attempt. Fu off the sidearm, no. And it'll go back to McNeely. If I'm Coach Christian, that's not enough touches for Josiah Davis at this point in the game for my liking. In now to the high post Payne. They'll kick it out, Jackson Toney being guarded tightly by Carey. Inside of 2 minutes now, 1:52 and going. Chris Lynn guarding the ball, top of the key. Toney dumps it down to Payne. Strong right-handed take, no good. As Payne misses point blank, but Hunter Toney gets the offensive board. A huge rebound. We've got a whistle and a stoppage of play. Let's see what the call is. It's a foul call against Carey. It's Carey's first foul call of the game. No correction, it's number 12, Josiah Davis there, whistled for the call. His 4th of the ball game. So something to watch for there, Josiah Davis with just 1 foul left. A minute and a half left in the fourth quarter now. James Christian will whistle for a quick timeout, just a 30-second. We'll keep it here. We've got a minute 35 left in the fourth. Teays Valley trailing by multiple possessions. Obviously, they're going to be looking for the three-pointer here. Brandon Brown, a player certainly known for stepping out and having some impressive range. We've seen Josiah Davis connecting from distance multiple times tonight. They've got Richard Fu, who can knock down a 3 at any point in time as well, as Chris Lynn. So plenty of options for Coach Christian to turn to. If you're Poca here, you don't want to foul defensively. You can live with a tough shot attempt, but you want to keep that clock ticking. That's probably what Coach Alan Osborne is telling his squad right now. I'll be interested to see if Poca comes out in a man-to-man defense or throws it to his zone here to try to cause some confusion. And it's a 6-point advantage for the defending state runner-up Polka Dots, to check in Malachi Woodard with 1:35 left. It's both Toney's, Hunter and Jackson in the game, as well as McNeely and Toby Payne. Here come the Lions out of the timeout. Brandon Brown will inbound at about half court near the scores table. After this, we've got Huntington versus Shady Spring right here on Video Productions. But the Dots still with some work to do to close this one out. Davis yo-yos it over to Lynn. Now into the hands of Richard Fu. Davis now with it, 120 and moving. Brandon Brown, catch and shoot three is well strong. As that one ricochets off the glass and the Dots have it. Now 1 minute and moving left. Let's see if Teays Valley elects to foul, they will. It's double zeros there. Richard Fu whistled for the grab. And Isaac McNeely will head to the free throw line to shoot the 1-and-1. That's the 9th team foul against Teays Valley Christian. First one's up and in, a perfect swish. Isaac McNeely has 28 points. McNeely, second free throw attempt in the air, drills it. 29 now for the senior to go along with 5 rebounds. Teays Valley now will roll the ball up the floor. Here comes the pressure. Flips it over to Davis. Now 1 minute left. Josiah Davis has got to go quickly, trailing by 8. Kicks it out to Lynn, who drives, has a floater rejected by Hunter Tony, but they'll whistle for the foul call. Looks like they might have got him on the body there, despite Tony catching a lot of the basketball. We'll go to a quick replay there to see Chris Lynn on the drive. And yeah, Hunter Tony did swat the basketball, but it just collided with the knees of Chris Lynn, so he'll head to the charity strike to shoot a pair. Chris Lynn drills that one. That's his first point of the ball game. A cold game for him, as Lynn came in averaging 14 points per contest. Deacon Miles heads to the score tables for Teays Valley Christian as Lynn hits the second free throw. So you'd be expecting the Lions to foul here with 58.3 left. Jackson Tony will inbound to the ball. Enters it into Meeks. Meeks cross court to McNeely, now across the timeline, 50 seconds and going. Back to Campbell Meeks. Teays Valley's going to have to foul shortly if they're going to. Underneath now to Payne. Scoop layup up and in. Toby Payne gets the deuce. Here comes the Lions. A quick three-point attempt. Fu's short, no good. McNeely now with it inside of 30 seconds. Underneath to Woodard, who scores from point-blank range. That'll extend the lead to 10, and that should do it for the Dots. There's a three-pointer. Davis drills it. Josiah Davis cuts the lead to 7 now, but just 12 seconds left. Too little, too late for the Lions, as Davis caps off a spectacular night with 25 points. Woodard lost that one out of bounds. It'll head back to Teays Valley Christian with just 5.7 seconds remaining. And we've got a quick foul call. The Poca student section going crazy now as we keep it here through the timeout. It's a big game for Poca, taking on a private school like Teays Valley Christian, known for attracting a lot of top D1 level talent. And last year's state runners-up have answered the bell tonight. This team looking like a staunch contender to go back to Charleston and finish what they started last year in Class AA. Again, Isaac McNeely with 29 points tonight, last year's Gatorade State Player of the Year. Has been really efficient tonight, almost doing it surgically. We've seen him cutting to the elbow a lot, as well as just using that long wingspan and speed to get all the way to the cup. 5.7 left here. Poca is likely just going to back off. You don't want to foul here. Look for Teays Valley to try to get a quick triple here. Maybe try to get an and 1-3 or something of that nature. But likely the Lions are going to drop to 12-2, 12-2. As it's rolled into Davis, 5 seconds, 4 seconds, long three-pointer in the air, strong. And that'll do it from the Walker Convocation Center. The Polka Dots knock off Teays Valley Christian 55-48 behind a 29-point performance from Isaac McNeely. what a game this one was. Certainly lived up to the billing. We'll go ahead and go to a quick break, back with a quick post-game shortly from the FCA Hoops Classic. You are watching high school basketball on Video Productions.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
As a former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. Gross. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
And we're back on the floor at the Walker Convocation Center at West Virginia State University. Polka Dots edge out Teays Valley Christian 55-48 in our second game tonight. Isaac Mcneely, the reigning Gatorade State Player of the Year, pours in 29 points. He was lights out start to finish and anchoring a big early season win for the Dots. Josiah Davis, the WVU commit for Teays Valley Christian, had 25 points in the loss as Teays Valley falls to 12-2 overall on the year. Poca is going to improve to 3-1 as Isaac McNeely picks up the team MVP award and is congratulated by his teammates. Once again, final score, Poca 55, Teays Valley 48. We're back with Huntington versus Shady Springs in the nightcap on Video Productions. I'm Michael Sussman.